Hello, people. Welcome to the stream. I'm here solo for now, but Cam is going to be joining me in just a minute. We are currently standing outside the boss arena of Rellana, whoever that is. Last time, finished off the Dancing Lion and worked our way through Castle Insist with the help of my buddy Ammo. Oh, hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? I can hear you. Though I don't know if OBS is picking you up. Let me double check something real quick. Okay, I think stream can hear you, but can you hear me? Oh, wait, hold on. I know what I need to fix. Voice and video, input device. Hey, can you hear me? Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, I can barely hear you.
Oh no. Let me make sure my volume is all the way up on Discord. It is all the way up.
I can hear you a little better now. Were you just like sitting really far away from your microphone? Maybe?
Not really, but how's it sounding right now?
It's okay.
Okay, as long as you can understand me, I think we are good. Say something real quick so I can make sure your audio is picking up on my end.
Hello.
Okay, yeah, we should be good. If there are any audio issues, folks in chat, please let us know. Yep. Yeah, like I was saying, we are hanging out in front of the boss door for Rellana, whoever that might be, and yeah, I think the plan is to try to make our way towards Messmer today. I don't know if we'll get all the way there because that's a very big legacy dungeon, but it is a very fun part of the DLC, maybe my favorite part of the DLC, so I'm excited to get into it.
Okay.
We also have lots of Souls news to talk about because there was an Elden Ring game announced in the week since I've streamed. But first, is your sign in this general vicinity?
It was, but I don't have the password on, so I'm putting it back on now.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Okay, it's down outside of her door.
Cool.
If you hear any background noise, there are folks over at our house right now watching Twilight.
Oh wow! Ambient Twilight noises.
Yeah,
from another room.
They're popping off. So.
Oh, I think I see your sign. Oh, it's the caveman.
Yeah.
We're bringing out the caveman this time. No more spinning discs.
No.
Any particular reason for the change?
I would like to finish playing Elden Ring at some point.
So you just want the big bomb.
I just think that this is more effective for how we play.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're very used to it.
You're also used to it.
That's true. So this is Rellana.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea who Rellana is?
It's Renala's sister. If you can believe it. Her sister. If you can believe it, they just did that. It's just her sister, I don't know.
Who basically has no actual story to her?
There's like some description on her like armor and stuff about like how she was like not as magical or something, so that's why she became like a knight. I don't know.
She's a cool knight. I dig.
She looks really cool.
Like the animations and kind of like twitchiness of the fight feels good. But this legacy dungeon that she's looking at is kind of a nothing legacy dungeon.
It's very short. I mean, it reminds me of like where it's even shorter than like like the legacy dungeon, or I don't know if it even counted as a legacy dungeon, but the dungeon that like Loretta is at the end of.
Yes.
In the
I was struggling to remember the name of that last
It's called like the Carrion Manor.
Carrion Manor, yeah.
Yeah.
With all the fingers.
Yeah.
The shield
That's
doesn't
a
help me
little
a lot with her magic.
Pontiff Sullivan moment here. Like a little-
Truly.
Oh man, what? That was annoying. She was like looking at you until right the last second, and she looked at me and all of her swords swung at me.
Always a little hard to tell when she's
Yeah, that's Elden Ring.
Yeah, that is so Elden Ring. Oh no, double moon.
Alright, moon.
Oh no. Still alive.
Alright, get up and heal. Oh shit.
We got her, bro.
Yeah, get in there. Get in there.
No.
Swaffer.
Okay, I'm still alive. Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
I will kill myself to buy you some time. Just heal and kill her, please.
Hold on, I have a healing spell. There we go.
Did you already
Okay,
use all your
I got it.
flasks?
Yeah, I'm out of flash.
That's crazy.
Oh, she's took more than one hit. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh God, no. Sorry.
Man.
That was really
Alright.
tragic.
Alrighty, my sign's back down. Let's see here. Barrel.
Well, do you want to get into Night Rain discourse? What are your current feelings about Elden Ring Night Rain?
I mean, I feel like I would be more excited for it if it didn't have the Elden Ring kind of thing on it. Like if
agree.
From was like,
Yeah.
hey, we're doing this, roguelike thing.
It seems
and-
like it is only called Elden Ring Night Rain because Elden Ring is a hot IP for FromSoft.
I think it's a combination of that and because they have a lot of they spent a whole lot of money making this game, and they want to use the assets, so
Right.
like that makes sense. But I mean, I think the game will probably be fun. How much I don't know how much I'm interested in like the Elden Ring part of it. Also, it's like not even supposed to be like quote unquote like canon or whatever. Hang on, I'm gonna buff a lot. Don't. Okay.
Sorry.
Never mind.
I was hard
Enjoy. Have fun in there. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they are trying to pitch it as like a parallel universe.
Yeah.
Multiverses are big right now in pop culture. Yeah, I felt like kind of deflated after watching the trailer for that thing. Like, it was hard for me to imagine seeing a trailer for a FromSoft game and being like, oh, I guess that's it. But that was how I felt. And I, in general, like the idea of like a more co-op centric Elden Ring because, like, obviously I've done all these streams. I love co-oping Souls games. But I don't know, something about it feels kind of like trend chasing to me in a way that like I do not associate with FromSoft generally.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think it's very trend chasey. I think that's maybe a misconception of what the game is doing. Like, there's not really a trend to be chasing there, I don't guess. Like, there are like aesthetic things about it, I guess, like the fact that the world shrinks or whatever, that you can point to stuff like Fortnite or PUBG or something, but like we're talking about a very different game from like, it's not like FromSoft is like, oh, we're gonna make a hero shooter or something. Like it's not really like in that zone really. I don't know. I don't feel like it's trend chasey at all. Honestly, it just feels kind of weird more than anything.
I guess one thing that it does make me feel optimistic about it is how weird and different it is for them. Like, it seems like the trajectory of the company for the past several games has just been, let's make it faster, let's make it harder, let's make the combos longer. And there might still be that in this game, but the general idea is different. Oh,
you're dead, huh?
Yeah. I need to add my custom.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, it's kind of a thing for me where, like, I think the game looks cool and, like, looks like fun, and I like the idea of, like, having a Souls experience, kind of, like, crunched it down into, you know, 45 minutes or whatever. I like that kind of thing. I think that people kind of look down their nose at like arcadey stuff in a way that I feel like is pretty like stupid, and it detracts from an entire like aspect of game design, which is like
a foundational aspect of game design.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like you know, like crunching an experience into a really small thing is something that is part of it, you know. And again, like all of this stuff, like cool and good for me, but I don't care about it being Elden Ring, and I kind of don't understand why it is.
Right.
And I think that's like the main place that I'm at with it is just mainly just sort of like, huh? Like, why would you do that?
Well, how do you feel about the fact that it is not just Elden Ring, that they are bringing back Dark Souls bosses and Dark Souls NPCs for this game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I really feel any kind of way about it. It's no different to me than like them doing it like hang on, let me buff.
Yeah, I got you this too.
Like it's no different to me than them like pulling in other stuff too, you know what I'm saying? Like whether they're reusing Elden Ring stuff or bringing in stuff from Dark Souls, I don't really see that like how much that matters, I guess. Like,
well,
it's all
I mean, it's a pretty major departure from like the focus on internally consistent lore. Like that has always been like a pretty central aspect of this game, right?
Is it? Like, I don't know that it is. Like,
I would say definitely so.
I think that like Elden Ring has been the first time that they have decided to try to like completely divorce even from like just Demon Souls. Like a lot of the stuff in Dark Souls is kind of calling back to Demon Souls. And,
I mean, it's
like,
always calling back. They're always making references, but it's I don't know. Maybe when we see the Nameless King, he's not going to be called the Nameless King. It's just going to be like a similar kind of guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, even if it is the Nameless King, I don't really like. They already did that in Dark Souls 3, right? And I get that some people like levy that as like a criticism against Dark Souls 3 of like, oh, they don't like how like self-referential it is and junk like that. But I don't really think it's like
still a game
super
called
new.
Dark Souls 3, right? It's not surprising that it would call that Dark Souls 1.
Yeah. No, I know. But I guess I just like a big thing for me with this game has been like feeling kind of like it's kind of like divorced from Souls in some ways and not in others. And so like insofar as there aren't just like characters called the same thing, that's true. but there's obviously like stuff going on anyway that is like referring back to the Souls series, and so like it doesn't really. I mean, it doesn't. That part of it doesn't really bother me. I guess that's all I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah.
it's just sort of like lots of things do that.
Some people are kind of like hand waving away the like departure from Elden Ring world by saying like, they're just kind of like, this is the greatest hits, FromSoft greatest hits, you know.
Yeah,
but there have also been attempts to like square the circle of like that disconnect, like in the most recent Batu video about this. He mentioned that when George R. R. Martin first announced that he was working on Elden Ring, he said that he was working on a sequel to Dark Souls. And people thought that was like a mistake on his part, but that it is maybe possible that Elden Ring lore-wise is a sequel to Dark Souls, kind of in the way that, like, you know, Dark Souls 2 is always talking about the untold eons that pass between games, that, like, maybe the world looks profoundly differently in a way that is, like, totally unrecognizable at first. Alright, I can hopefully take her. I can get this spot.
I can tell you for sure that what George R. Martin said was a mistake. For sure. Like, that is, like, there's no question.
Just consider the source.
Yeah, he's just like an old guy. He probably never even, like, played the games or anything. He probably, like,
no, didn't he say that he was a fan before he was approached by Miyazaki?
I'm sure that he was a fan, but I don't think that, like, he's sitting around, like, playing Dark Souls. It's like, I'm sure that he's aware of it.
He ain't right.
Yeah, that's true. But
I died,
yeah,
by the
I don't
way,
know.
Sorry.
Yeah, my guess is that he was just like, yeah, working on the game, you know, the Dark Souls. Yeah, it's a sequel.
I
sure,
do
whatever.
like the part of my brain that wants the lore of these games to be consistent is kind of enticed by the idea that like the painting that gets made at the end of Dark Souls 3, like a new world to go into, is like Elden Ring world. Like that fits with like my reading of that symbolism as like art as an escape from the horrors of the world, and also kind of a reflection of the horrors of the world. Would be cool if that was eventually confirmed, but you know, right now it's obviously like too early to speculate on much of anything.
Yeah, that was like one of the really early like fan things about Elden Ring. It's like, oh, it's like the painting at the end of Dark Souls 3 that the painter does or whatever. It's like, oh, you know, sure, why not? Like, I don't know why it like, whether it's confirmed or not, yeah, sure. It hurts nothing to believe it.
Yeah, why not?
Know?
Is your sign down, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe this will be our last attempt at old Rellana.
That would be nice, huh?
That would be nice.
But yeah, I guess like broadly speaking, it's kind of a thing where it's like, I'm sure it will be fun, but it really depends a lot on, like you and I were talking about, like it's going to be made or broken by how well its procedural generation works, and like how much it can make areas feel different, and like the array of bosses and stuff like that. All those things like will really decide whether or not the game kind of like functions, I think. Right. And another thing that I was talking about when just you and I were talking about it was like, you know, people love playing these games with like randomizer mods on, and so like this is kind of a way to like have that officially sanctioned or whatever, but at the same time, like people really like the PvP in these games, but like the arenas are usually pretty bad. Like the official sanctioned version of the PvP. So like, yeah, it's one of those things where I wonder how much From really like understands the draw of things that people like to do in the games and how much of it is like a response to that and all that type of stuff is really interesting to me. Like,
you mean
know,
like a response to people trying to do fight clubs and stuff in Dark Souls 3?
Yeah, no, arenas have been in since Dark Souls 1, but like, but more like, you know, the concept of like, I wonder if, you know, this new director guy saw like that people doing randomizer runs on Twitch was really popular. Was like, you know, that gives me a good idea.
Right.
Like, what if we kind of did that and mixed it with a different genre or whatever? Like, it's just kind of an interesting thought, I think.
Yeah, because with the older games, you know, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, etc., like, it's really fun to just like go through the New Game Plus cycle again and again and again, because it's such like a quick turnaround. As you get better at the game, like, that process becomes faster and faster, which is what led me to want to do a speed run. But Elden Ring does not have that like looping drive for me, because it's just like such a slog to get from the beginning to the end of. And like, maybe it will be fun to play like a 45-minute version of Elden Ring over and over again. But yeah, my big hesitancy about that is like, are the encounters going to feel good or feel meaningful in any way? If it's just like, insert X enemy in like a big round room, you know?
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
There's just like, it seems like there is less and less attention paid to like designed encounters in these games as they've gone forward. Mostly just Elden Ring. There's like a huge dip off of that.
I agree.
And like, a randomizer would introduce like an element of like novelty to those encounters, but it could also make that feel even worse.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying again about the like the procedural generation thing of like, okay, so like a game I really like that uses a ton of procedural generation is Hades, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I've played Hades a ton, speedrun Hades, and I really like it. And one of the things that makes Hades work with its procedural generation is that its environments that it is able to create interact in an interesting way with the enemies that are designed in the game all the time, no matter what. So like, no matter what, the enemies are like simple and have simple mechanics that like interact with the environment in a way that is interesting. And so like, whether you're in Tartarus or Asphodel or like Elysium or whatever, like, the enemies that spawn in those areas are built to interact with those areas. And so like, the encounters always feel fun and snappy and interesting because like, you see stuff all the time that you're like, oh, that's cool, like that witch got caught on that pillar but then like blew it up with their, you know, their like spray attack thing so that they could keep moving. Like, the stuff that they do to like make the enemies work is what is kind of like what makes the game continue to feel fresh. And on top of that, the fact that like your builds are resetting and looping and you're trying all this new stuff every single time. And so like, you kind of start to like, all of the things start to sort of like blend together in that game.
I do love the idea of like having my build sort of chosen for me based on the roll of the dice. Like, putting together a build in Elden Ring is kind of a chore, because of like how many stats various things require and like what far-flung edges of the map you have to get to like find all the pieces of your armor set and your weapons and things like that. And like, not worrying about any of that and just kind of like going in blind and like picking up what you pick up sounds like it could be a really fun experience.
Right.
Also, it seems like there's going to be sort of like a maybe a hero shooter or like fighting games-esque sort of like choose your build up front sort of thing. Like, yeah. And it almost seems like the builds are going to be reflective of different games' play styles. Like, it seems like there's a Sekiro character and a Bloodborne character, and that could be really fun.
Is my sign down, by the way? Can you see it?
I do not see it.
Let me reset it. Yeah, like stuff like that can be really fun. It really just kind of comes down to like, I guess the whole reason I was like making that point is like I don't think it's a bad idea, not at all. I think it's like a good idea, but I almost would have liked it better if they had just been like, this is a Dark Souls roguelike, or this is just like a FromSoft roguelike, and we're throwing everything
Night Rain.
in it. Yeah, just Night Rain,
New IP.
and it's like everything thrown together, which is kind of what they're doing, but then they're also kind of like attaching it to Elden Ring more explicitly and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time too, I do kind of like wish they would just move on and make something new. But I guess that Miyazaki is, and that's why this is coming
He said
out.
that he's not working on a sequel to Elden Ring, and he's not working on Elden Ring DLC. He's working on something else. So I guess this is a way to keep the Elden Ring IP cash flow coming in, while also freeing Miyazaki up to pursue new stuff. So hopefully it's just good news.
Yeah. I think that it's like a thing that I'm looking forward to it as being like a fun thing to do, but I'm not looking for it to be like something that's gonna change my life or anything like that, you know?
It's not gonna be an experience like Elden Ring when you play that first time.
And you know, for like that might be a good thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like it might be a good thing because we have Elden Ring and we have Dark Souls and all that stuff. So.
I feel like I've seen a huge uptick in people online clamoring for a Bloodborne game, which just like, as cool as I'm sure that would be if they actually made it, like I do not really want a Bloodborne 2.
Yeah, people have been on that beat forever. Like they've always been talking about Bloodborne 2 or like doing a remake or doing a remaster or whatever.
What's up, Dragon Monster, whoever you know be. Probably one of my mom's students. My mom texted me the other day and was asking me about my stream.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, why do you want to know? And she said, well, my students are interested. I mentioned that you stream video games and they all want to know more about it. So I think we might have an influx of algebra students watching the stream tonight.
Wow. Your mom teaches algebra?
All sorts of math classes. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, we're gonna get her.
Yeah.
I have 8 blasts.
Just need to lock in. Oh. Ow.
I got you.
Ow.
The first 2 moves are funny that part of this lady's gimmick is like, well, what if I had to
Yeah.
What then? This whole boss in Legacy Dungeon kind of feels like, is this anything to me? Rellana, does that do anything for you?
Legend fell. There it
Okay,
is.
let's look at this remembrance. Remembrance of Rellana, the twin moon knight, hewn into this shadow tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by a finger eater. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. Once a Carian princess, Rellana disavowed her birthright and chose to stand at Messmer's side instead, knowing full well that not even the brilliance of the moon could grant him succor. Before long, she became known as the Sword of Messmer. That makes it sound like she's Rellana's daughter, not Renalla's twin.
It might be in the thing. Hang on. I don't have the. Well, while you do that, I'll run to the round table real quick.
Sure.
And then tell you what the armor is. I think that it's the armor that like implies.
Okay. I saw somebody speculating that one of the rises around Ronnie's rise might belong to her.
No. No, this is the whole thing. We started talking about this last time. Like, there's not, like, the rises are nothing. There's like Ranni and Soluvius and then Rena, and Rena is just Ranni. So
Yeah.
like, doesn't even matter.
Well, Rena probably was someone at one point, but Ronnie kind of stole her identity.
No, I don't think so, bro. This is what we were talking about. Because you were thinking it was the Snow Witch or whatever, but it's not. It's not. The Snow Witch is just the Snow Witch. It just has a different character.
You have a knack
I'm gonna
for
talk to some
timing, my
NPCs
fellow.
real quick.
I found the site of a new cross. Take this.
Where is this? Okay, yeah. I gotta talk to this lady's dead body.
Mikola has said as much himself.
The finger reader to get her equipment.
He says the act, though undoubtedly painful, will sear clean the Erdtree's wanton sin. The truth of his claim can be found at each cross. It is evidence enough to earn my belief.
So Hornsent, who's still in like Mikola brainwashing mode, is saying that like Mikola is planning on doing something that will cleanse the Erdtree of its sin.
Go to the misshapen
whatever
tree of
that
Umbra,
is
in
implying.
that forsaken place.
Okay, here it is. Here is the thing.
Okay.
So, Rellana's helmet says ornate helm of Rellana, twin moon knight, fashioned from silver steel.
Go to the misshapen tree.
Rennala, so Rennala, not
the one that from the base game.
The one from the base game.
Yeah.
Head of the royal family of Caria, was said to have given her younger sister, who renounced her lineage to chase after Mesmer, a gift of lustrous black hair, and Rellana has black hair. So, Rennala was said to have given her younger sister black hair, and she has black hair. Yeah,
That's
where
sister
it
black hair.
Yeah,
Interesting.
This is what
a gift of lustrous black hair.
What a gift.
Of a living God.
you love it. I love to get black hair as a gift from my sister.
Merry Christmas. I got you lustrous black hair.
Commanded Sir Mesmer to purge the tower.
Oh, man.
A cleansing by fire.
Currently, I'm talking to all these NPC names are
man is by nature
mixing together. Who's the girl you talked to right before entering the DLC?
The Needle Knight or whatever.
Leda. Needle Knight Leda.
Yeah.
She's talking about Mesmer's job of cleansing this land of the Hornsent. Yikes. If there were not alarm bells going off for the player in their feelings towards Mikola / this whole family, there's some like ethnic cleansing for you. So now that we're done with that, we're gonna head towards, I guess, the hippopotamus, right?
Yeah, the hippopotamus is right inside the Shadow Keep.
Which I need to probably backtrack a little bit to. Let's see. Where is?
Nah, it's just straight ahead.
Oh, it's straight ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
Should I summon you here in front of Leda or closer?
Hang on one second. Yeah, so you're at Needle Knight Leda, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go there. That works.
Oh, also, there's all these, we haven't talked about them yet, but there's all these Mikola crosses throughout the land, kind of like your guideposts, and they're all places where Mikola has abandoned parts of himself, and the one right outside this boss arena is, I abandon here my heart. So, we have a heartless leader.
Maybe you do, not me. Alright, my sign is down next to the bonfire right near Leda.
Okay. I'm looking for it. Oh, there it is.
That means we get to walk to the Black Cape instead of riding the horse. But
going on a
nice walk.
Scenic walk.
Yeah.
Nice, sickly yellow.
The Skadu Altus. Alright.
No, I think it's the Skadu Atlas.
Altus. Altus. Scatty Altus. Alright. Are we gonna try to kill this big old dude, or are we gonna run on by him?
The furnace golem?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to fight him, we can fight him. I find
have
him
no
very
desire.
annoying to fight,
Yeah.
especially without Torrent.
Well, yeah, in a 2-player... I mean, I never use Torrent against them, but in 2-player, I feel like it would be super annoying. They have a
Yeah.
million... I'm gonna get after this boy. Use my claws on him.
Never stood a chance.
Do you get your map already?
I already have it since we're on New Game
Yeah.
Plus.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Ow, ow.
Hey, come here.
The claws are so stupid. Uh-oh, here's Big
Oh.
Boy. We need to get rolling.
Yeah, let's
Oh! He hit me in my back. Man, he's really after me.
go. One of the cooler usages of just like a plagiarism,
Oh, yeah.
the furnace golems. Because
Yeah.
like in Berserk, when those things show up, it feels a little random, honestly. It just kind of
Yeah, it's
like, there's
supposed
a
to just
monster
kinda be
we
a-
haven't come up with yet.
Yeah.
But it works
Which
really
is-
well here.
To be fair, as an intense Berserk enjoyer, a lot of the monsters in Berserk is just like, what if a guy was really bad?
What if
Like,
a guy was dressed like a rhino?
Yeah, what if there was a really bad guy?
Oh, there you are.
I'm using my claws. There's a guy with a bow over there.
Over where?
Gotcha.
Oh, I see. That's shiny.
Oh.
Someone put you. What was that noise?
It was just my guy yelling.
Why does your guy
But I do my...
yell? You have to throw a couple of those out once we get to the Bale guy.
Oh wait, I did a whole thing for this and I never even used it. Check it out.
Amazing.
go
That was a
get that.
DLC item, right?
That is a DLC. I had
They
to
knew
go
what they were
really
doing with that one.
out of my way to go get that thing.
Oh, somewhere a great rune has broken. So this is the moment that all the Mikola brainwashies all of a sudden become unbrainwashed, except for Leda, who is still a true believer. Very good.
Yeah, Leda, and then like Dane, Dryleaf Dane, he's still like really into it. You can't convince Dryleaf Dane to not try to kill you at the end of the game.
Should we wait and fight Mad Hollow, or should we fight?
Yeah, I mean we're at a bonfire, so
Yeah, why not? Very good. You're an axe.
the old battle axe.
I'll never see it come.
I'll never see it
Oh
coming.
yeah. Now. Oh, requisite vanquished. All right.
Got him.
Cool. All it took was turning into an axe.
He saw the axe and was like, I don't want no of this.
I'm not going to add that to the PvP counter. I don't think that counts.
It was a moral victory.
Yeah. I felt good about it. Do I have one of those things?
You better.
I think I do somewhere.
It's like my favorite
here it
item in the
is.
game.
I need to equip that. Hold on. That's important.
I guess I need to, dang, you turned to a tree.
Let's go fight us a hippopotamus.
The arm in Twin Peaks The Return be like...
I am the evolution of the arm.
Oh, right, I need to leave. Oh, wait, no, you need to go in.
I just
That's
need
what
to
it
go
is.
in, yeah.
Yeah.
What a boss name.
The Golden Hippopotamus. Terrible boss, by the way.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Like one of
Real,
the worst in the
Bloodborne
DLC.
Chalice Dungeons vibes out of this one.
Yeah, it's just like, what if we took the enemies that are just out and then made them bigger and more annoying, and then like made it where you're mainly like fighting the camera the time, and that'd be sick.
And definitely a case of like, what animals have we not made monsters out of?
Yeah.
I bounced off this guy pretty hard the first time I fought him. I left and
Really?
came back way later. Yeah.
I don't find him all that difficult. I just think he's annoying. Like I think the
I think I wasn't at the shadow level for it.
yeah.
It's like I'm really screwed up if you're not statted for something.
He's like annoying for the same reason that like what's that stupid guy on the hog? What's his name?
Gaius. No, I hate
Gaius.
that.
Yeah,
That's,
like that
that's
fight
the
is-
actual worst boss of the DLC, as much as I hate Rellana.
The Gaius and the Hippo are both just like barely legible.
Yes.
Like, and that's the main issue. It's like I'm just not like, what is happening? Got it.
Nice.
Look at my
First
health.
try.
I have no health. I
Look
literally
at
have
this,
like 1
these
HP
two
right now.
braces right next to each other.
I have 14 HP at the moment.
Very nice.
Yeah, this is a real, remember those bonfires in Dark Souls 3?
Oh my gosh, the
You
one
fu-
with like Ornstein or whatever it's called, the Dragon Slayer armor. There's like 3 what you can see.
Yeah. You're like, man, come on now.
Okay, so I know there are 2 ways to get in here. One is the hippopotamus, and one is through the church district in the back. Can this entrance actually take us to Mesmer?
Yes. So go to the left, and when you get in that chamber with the ghost in there, I'll put my sign down.
Okay. Yep, I'm in the ghost room.
Yeah. Yeah, I did this earlier today, so it's kind of fresh on the brain.
Nice.
But you can definitely get to Mesmer from the Hippo.
Sweet. I love this legacy dungeon. This is probably my favorite legacy dungeon in the DLC.
I like it. I think I like the last one the most. I forget what it's called.
Yeah. Yeah, the one that's like unpronounceable, Elin or Ilim or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, Ilan. Yeah.
You
yeah.
liked that? I felt
love
like
Ilan.
it was really thin to be the final legacy dungeon of the game.
It's a little short, but I really like how it looks, and I think that the encounters are really cleverly designed and stuff like that. Like, there's not a lot of, like, empty space in Ilum. And
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
Ilum, like, wraps back around to the Shadowkeep at one point, and I think that that is so cool. Or not the Shadowkeep, it goes back to,
It goes back
what
to
is the
Reflect
first
Dancing
dungeon?
Lion.
Yeah, that first dungeon. Which is very
Get
cool.
outta here.
Heads up.
I'm always very partial to dungeons that are like clearly used spaces, like they serve a purpose for the people who are here, and this is very much that.
Yeah, I guess it depends. Like, sometimes I like that and sometimes I don't. It depends on how the dungeon is being deployed.
Can we jump in here?
You can. Yeah, there's stuff to get in here, and then we can go back.
Wasn't sure if it was no return.
No.
Ooh, that seemed important. Talisman of Lord Bestowal.
I forget what that one does.
A talisman depicting Godfrey, the first Elden Lord, receiving the precious sap. Increases poise after using a flask of tears. The Lord accepted the sap stoically, without any sign of wavering. No wonder Lord of the Erdtree casts a long shadow over the lands. Yeah, he accepted that sap so stoically.
I can't lie. I'm always accepting sap very stoically. People always say that about me. They
You're
say,
such a stoic sap acceptor.
you accept sap so stoically.
No one has
Yeah, man.
accepted sap quite like that since Scott Stapp.
Since Godfrey.
Hey.
There's an item right here. I don't know. I forget what it is, but on this guy, right? And there's some.
Smithing Stone 1.
There you go.
All right.
I'm glad I remembered that. But yeah, I think it's cool for dungeons to feel like they have a purpose, depending on like the vibe they're going for, right?
What
like,
do you feel like is a version of that doesn't work
Wait, what do you mean?
for you? Like, you said sometimes you like that and sometimes you don't. Is
Oh,
there
no,
an
no.
example of
Sometimes
a
I like it
dungeon?
when it doesn't seem like it has a purpose outside of it being this like weird sacred space.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I see what you mean.
like sometimes that works too. Like I think that, I mean, it's not really a dungeon, but like an area, like Kiln, like the Kiln of the First Flame,
Oh, absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
It's just like them just
I mean, that
standing
is
around.
kind of a used space, but it's a used space that's been, like, blown out.
Right, yeah. But I also think that like in Dark Souls 1, Anor Londo doesn't feel very used, right?
I mean,
But
it in a way, you can tell that it was, like, giants who used it, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really make a lot of sense as a space.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense as a space in that rules, like, because it makes
Yeah.
it feel like haunted and stuff. And I think that works too. I like the vibe in Ilum for that reason. Like, it feels very like.
It's kind of like non-Euclidean, honestly, which
Yeah,
is great.
Speaking of like surreal stuff too, I really like these like boats with the like slow fire burning on them. That
There are
doesn't
so
hurt
many
you.
boats in the DLC, and I don't really know, what to make of them.
I was excited when I ran into these guys for the first time in the DLC.
The vulgar militia,
The vulgar militia.
those nasty boys.
Yeah, who knows? Why are they vulgar? Who knows? They tell out of taste jokes.
It's 2024, vulgar militia. Come
Yeah.
on, go with the time.
I really love though that if you like go reading about them, like what makes them so vulgar, everything is just like these are nasty little boys. these little boys, they're so nasty.
They're so small
then
they
that's
can get
it.
into all the nasty places.
Yeah, they do so much vulgar stuff. And then you're like, what? And they're like, dude, if I told you, you don't want to know. If I told you, you would not like. You would wish
think
you
it
didn't
was
know.
vulgar.
Yeah. I love them though. They're so funny to me because, like, wait, where'd you go? Come back this way.
Oh, sorry, I just aggroed a Fire Knight.
The Mesmer Knight. I'm gonna come.
They get out their little delayed spells. Quite a lot to deal with.
Oh yeah, they're really annoying. The like Mesmer Flame things. Okay, follow me. But yeah, I really love the Vulgar Militiamen because it is such a stupid design. Like,
What if they were
I love
small?
it. It's so old video gamey enemy. Like they're just like a little guy. They're like a guy that they like took a slider and made him smaller. And then they're just like, he's
They're
so
nasty
gross.
though. Don't worry.
He's so nasty. Don't worry about it. Is this just locked?
See. Oh, it's a door. Like,
Yeah.
What am I looking at?
I can't go in here.
Ooh.
So
Is this just
think it's just the
shortcut
hippo
back to
arena.
the hippopotamus?
yeah.
You are beyond the boundaries of what's within. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I think it's just a shortcut
It is.
in case you die.
Here we are.
The storeroom.
The specimen storehouse. Love when things are referred to as specimens. Very good. Though, you know, one space that this does remind me of in a way that like doesn't reflect very well on it is it called Aldia's Keep in Dark
Yes.
Souls
So
2?
this feels like a mashup of like Aldia's Keep, and then like the big library, Lothar Castle,
Yes. Grand
like
Archives.
thing,
Yeah.
the Grand Archives in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, it's the
Okay, so
kind of
this here,
spiral- I can't go
this
through
goes to Romina of the Bud. Like that's that way. So whenever,
Hmm.
which is probably what we should do after today.
here. Really?
that
was one of the
yeah.
last bosses I hit.
I did Romina really early.
Hmm.
I did Mesmer and then did Romina, and then I think I went back and did Gaia and stuff after that.
Yeah, the structure of this DLC is so circuitous and winding that
Yeah.
you can kind of do it in lots of different orders,
My
but
last,
naturally-
I think my last big spoke, aside from the Lord of Chaos or whatever, was Bale. Like I did Bale. Bale was one of the last ones I did.
Same. I totally missed that whole area.
And I'm glad because I figured out when I was playing this time, running through, or sorry, I figured out after I played it for the first time that you can go to Bale really early if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can go to him almost as soon as you start. And so like I was like, man, I am so glad that like I just didn't get around to this until near the end because it is like so big and climactic.
Mhm.
Is Ansbach here for you?
No.
He's supposed to be.
Are you sure this is the space?
Yep. I did it
Old
earlier
Conjure
today.
Ahead.
Yeah.
Is that a quest line thing? I've talked to
It is.
Ansbach.
You have to move him up. Did you talk to him outside of... I think the only place before this is when he's hanging out with, what's his name? Outside
near
of
the lion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to him here.
Well, I don't know. He's supposed to be here, though.
From the soft and decent quest line.
Yeah, which means Andrew Swafford is gonna fail it. He's gonna find a way.
Let's see. We should be going up.
Where are you going? This way. Yeah.
Library of Stone.
Yeah.
Really keep all our stone tablets.
Oh yeah.
These are all the commandments that got cut from the Bible.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of them.
There's a lot.
Oh, Fire Knight.
There are so many of these on the spiral that are
Yeah.
Fortunately, we're both strength builds, so. I don't know why that just like reminds me of Scooby-Doo so much. Is there a specific? Is it just like a noise that the dog Scooby-Doo himself might make? Is the Scooby laugh?
Scooby might make this noise. Pay attention, gang. Scooby may make this noise.
Squashed.
We go this way. Yeah,
Which way?
where I'm at. This way. Over here. It's time.
Let me walk up. Made it.
Yep.
Represents win.
Uh-oh.
They have a cosplay.
Oh, he's right there.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
You don't like win. Great thought. Hey.
Yeah, I'm dead. I died for that prattling pate. Okay, if you want to go back to the hippo way, you can go to that shortcut. I think I have to open it still, but it's only gonna take me a second.
Cool. Another one for the PvP counter.
Oh.
Wait, wouldn't it make sense to start at the specimen storehouse, Grace?
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
You have this. Yeah. I forgot that we had gotten that. Yeah, I'll just go there as soon as I outrun all these foes. One thing about Night Rain that did pique my interest when I was reading about all the stuff in it was they were like, this is a game that doesn't have fall damage.
Oh.
And I was like, dang. So like...
Well, yeah, you have a bird.
There's a bird man, too.
Yeah.
There's a man that's a bird.
It just keeps getting better.
Yeah. And so... But that's cool if the things will generate big castles. It's cool that you don't take fall damage. You can like jump from the top all the way down to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That would be sick. Okay, I am putting my sign down next to the specimen storehouse.
Yeah, I'm curious how they're going to sort of design the space.
Me too. I think that's really the thing that I'm most interested in.
Because, like, Elden Ring uses verticality so intentionally. And, like, in a game where you can literally fly, I'm wondering if that will still kind of be a concern, I guess, or if, like, the spaces are just going to be secondary to combat.
If I were to bet, I would say you're probably not going to be able to just fly. Like I'm guessing
there are like trees that you have to be to summon.
Hey, come this way. I think there's something up on this old cow over here.
Can we jump over there? No, we can't.
Hold on. Over here. This is how you do it.
Oh. Fire Knight. Spotted.
Is there something up here? I don't know. Can't remember.
Yes.
What is it?
Revered Spirit Ash.
Oh, nice.
Pretty good.
Level up your dad-gemmed mimic or whatever. Look out. There's a nasty void down there.
Sabotaged by the Vulgar.
I got one of their hats on out of solidarity.
Nice.
Hey, look who's here.
Hansbach? Oh. Okay. Let's talk.
He just showed up.
Righteous Tarnished. It's been some time. There was one thought I could not dislodge from my mind. So, here I am. Quite unable to move on.
Okay, he says there's a thought that he could not dislodge from his mind, and so he's here unable to move on.
After Lord Moke's slaying at his dynastic palace, it appears his body has been absconded with and taken straight to kind Mikola. Surely you recall that I once served Lord Moog as a pureblood knight.
Oh, and he's got the Moog
failing him in every regard.
He used to be a Moog.
And losing
He's a
sight of
Moog
my
guy,
vows,
He's a
yeah.
blood man.
I do anything
He's a
to
Moog
make
guy.
it in whatever meager way I can.
Yeah.
What could they possibly have in mind?
Okay, so
for
he's
Lord
worried
Moog's
about like
remains?
Moog's remains
The
being
implications
desecrated
are
in
rather
some way.
Yes, basically, yeah.
Unnerving. What could the implication?
Okay, yeah, that's all. He says the implications are unnerving.
I can show you what he's looking for. Alright.
Is it in here?
Yep. It's way up top though. You'll just have to take it to him later. Alright, we're going this way. Dang, I got Shadow Militiaman Greaves? I gotta put them pants on, boy.
Time to get nasty. Hello, Ornstein. Dropping in some if you're otherwise occupied.
Do I have the armor? That'd be so funny, bro. Leather draped. Oh, Vulgar Militia armor. Sure do.
Let's see it. Let's see the drip. Is that it?
That's it.
Very nice.
It's not much to it.
It's got like a straw coming out of the cuffs.
Oh, those are my Radon gloves.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Help me fight this knight.
I forget what things I had on. Oh, right. The burn all green. Bull goat. Oh, you're fighting.
I'm fighting.
My
Yeah.
bad.
Sure, they're trying on pants.
Yeah. Alright. Return to foot.
Yes. And we got a little sidetrack there.
Ow. Wait.
Seek head.
There's more guys.
Are they gonna follow us? This guy is like an omen or a horn scent? I guess he's a horn scent. Though I'm a little unclear on the difference, to be honest. Storehouse cross message. Message left by Sir Ansbach, addressed to kindred spirits who also pursue Mikla's trail. Quote, "It would seem that the people of the keep have flooded the holy quarter that leads onward to the Shadow Tree, barring access. However, there is no route that leads there from this storehouse. Perhaps there's another way to reach the holy quarter from somewhere else in this keep." Basically just telling us that there's a way to drain the water and the route across and the other entrance.
Okay, so we're going up, which is this way.
Oh, we got some birds to fight.
There's more of these cool boats.
Do you have any idea what's going on with the boats in this DLC?
They look like they're supposed to be like funeral things.
Yeah, like Viking funerals.
Yeah.
But like, certainly not the horses.
No.
They wouldn't pay them that respect. Maybe people who died in the crusade against the Hornsent? Since Mesmer's like a fire guy, maybe his soldiers get fire funerals, I don't know.
Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, come this way.
Fire at me. Any of them.
Okay, is there a scroll or something in here? You see? You see any items in here? I forget if it's in this one or the next one.
Holy proof pickled liver? That's not it, I'm sure.
No, that's not what you need.
Oh wait, here's something. Secret Rite Scroll?
That's the one. Yeah, you gotta give that to
Scroll made of
Ansbach.
white tree bark. Few can decipher the scroll, which describes the secret rite of the divine gateway said to be found at the tower guarded by Shadow. Quote, "A lord will usher in a god's return, and the lord's soul will require a vessel." So that vessel being Moog's body, I suppose?
Moog's body, yeah.
Okay.
But if we go up a couple more floors, we'll run into Freya, and then you can report back that you found her to Ansbach also.
Sorry, I had to move a cat from in front of my screen.
Okay.
NPC in here?
It's up one more floor, but we need to clear this up.
Yeah, there's a Fire Knight in here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang. Did not know.
Yeah, I was worried about us pulling that second one. Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah.
If you'll just stay where you are after you kill them, I can meet you there.
Yeah, let me get into a better position.
My sign is in the room. It's at near the door.
Oh no, I'm dead.
Okay.
We got a grace pretty recently.
Mm-hmm. It's the I forget what that one's called. It is.
It's like the fourth floor.
Storehouse,
or like
fourth floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe I remembered that.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Sign
where I'm
is
at.
down next to it.
I see. I wonder what I placed a marker out there for. Oh, hello.
Okay.
That's the only word Captain Caveman knows.
That is. Oh, he took the sonic boom. No. He's dead.
Is he? Oh!
You're dead too.
So am I.
Yeah.
Dang, I thought you landed on solid ground down there.
No, sir.
Well, let's try that again.
Time for the remix.
This time with less drops.
Hope so. I really love how, like, this reminds me, since we were talking about, like, the Grand Archives or whatever. I really love those dudes in the Grand Archives that have, like, their head with wax. Right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
they shoot fireballs out of their candles or whatever. These little, like, crummy little ghosts or whatever that just, like, shoot fire out of their ghost hand are just, like, a worse version of those things.
Yeah.
To me.
There's a lot of just, like, shade people.
I don't like that. I can be
Yeah.
honest with you. It's like it's one of the few things about the DLC that I think is just like kind of bad.
It
I
just
don't
feels
really
a little
know.
lazy.
Yeah, I don't know why they did
these
it.
people are ash because they got burned. Therefore, they have no distinguishing features.
Yeah.
And they're just everywhere.
Yeah, it just so happens that it's the most common enemy.
Yeah.
You go down this way.
I am.
No, you go down.
In
Okay.
the hole. Yeah. This first
Yeah.
is right?
Yep, yep. Alright, so this time what we're gonna do is actually pull and kill that knight first.
Yeah. I can hit him at range.
Okay. So we're gonna go this way.
Is he like making rounds, or is he up the stairs?
Yes. He's like he like patrols. Here he comes. Okay. Can you get to here, right?
Spirit calculus? Excuse me?
I forget what that is. Math ninja.
An exceedingly rare to find calculus, suffused with spirituality, material used for crafting items, found by hunting horned beast in the ancient ruins of Rao, has a distinctive acrid odor which some claim to be a sign of particular spiritual potency. This item description does presume that I know what calculus is.
Means outside of the concept of like math.
Right.
Yeah.
It looks like a small white hairy orb.
Yeah.
That's what a calculus is?
I'm trying to see what you craft it into. I'm looking through the items right
Oh,
now. I can't even use it to craft anything.
Another Grace. And then we got another NPC.
It's Freya. She's like, dang, I came all the way to the library, I forgot I can't read.
I know. I'm afraid I'm busy. Curse upon my lack of foresight. I should have asked Ansbach to...
So I'm gonna unsummon now. What you should do is go back to Ansbach and show him the thing and tell him about Freya.
I'm afraid I'm busy.
And then I'll summon back in at this place.
So when she says I should have asked Ansbach to impart his knowledge, does she literally mean I should have had Ansbach teach me how to read?
No, I was just joking. I think that she's basically just like I'm
I don't understand
like
this stuff.
I'm not like a reader. I'm
Yeah.
a fighter.
I don't have like literary analysis skills.
But I do think it's very funny because in my first playthrough, I found her up here and I never reported about it back to Ansbach or whatever. Which I think that's how you save her. I forget though. But I did that and then killed Mesmer and then went back and she was just dead.
Oh no.
So she was like, dang, I forgot how to read and then died.
So if, what's the dude? I'm going to Ansbach.
He's on the first floor.
He's reading about Moog. What is she reading about?
She's trying to figure out what's up with Radon. She thinks something's wrong with Radon.
Oh, because she was a fighter in Radon's army. Yeah. Right?
They're basically working at the same problem from different.
Because Radon and Moog have more or less the same person at the end of this.
They get like Radon's soul gets like put into Moog's body or whatever.
Which is weird because he still looks like Radon.
Yeah. Yes.
It would maybe make more sense for Moog's soul to be put into Radon.
Yeah. Or to make Radon have like horns or something.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that because they wanted Radon to be like Giga Chad and Radon that everybody liked so much. So.
Going up or
You go straight. He's just on the first floor.
Okay.
Ansbach is. If you go to the first floor, you just kind of like mill around. You actually do. I'm sorry. You go up like one little tiny.
Yeah, I thought I went up at least one staircase.
Yeah. so meeting at 7th floor with Freya. We're really close to Mesmer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're right in the boss.
There's a little more bonfire.
See if we can finish the stream with a boss killed as opposed to a boss unkilled. Okay, here's Onslaught. Hello.
What could they possibly have in mind for Lord Moog's remains?
I'm gonna Google what is
The
a
implications
calculus.
are rather unnerving.
Ooh, I can tell him about Freya's decision, or I can hand over the secret rights to him.
You
Are
can
these mutually
you can do
exclusive?
you can do both. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him about Freya's decision first.
Freya, by the gods. She must be feeling the need to reaffirm her allegiance before she heads to war. A true Redmane she is, hardly troubled by the rot. But no one is without their shortcomings. She has a hard road ahead.
He says that Freya is preparing for war?
Mhm.
I'm a bit confused. War on behalf of whom? Radon?
Yeah.
But is Radon's military actually doing anything? It seems like Radon showing up at the last minute here is, it feels like it is a bit of a random, you know, unseated thing.
Yeah, I think what he means is that she's figured out that Mikola is doing something with Radon, and she's like preparing to go save him, even though she doesn't realize that Radon is like in.
And go to war against Mikola.
Yeah.
Essentially. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so in medicine, a calculus is a concretion of minerals formed within the body, especially
Like
in the
calcium?
yes,
Calcium deposit? Okay.
especially in the kidney or gallbladder. So, a like kidney stone would be like a calculus.
Man, I love picking up kidney stones.
Maybe it's calculus.
Yeah, you could be right.
Calculus. I think that's what it is.
Alright, I'm giving
Dang,
him the
that's crazy.
scroll.
Yes, I should have known. Even the truth was itself mere folly.
Even the truth was
As if
itself
using
mere
Lord
folly,
Moog
he
to gain
says.
entrance to the land of shadow were not enough. He plans to use his corpse as the
Yeah, he
vessel
plans to
of
use his corpse
king
as the vessel
consort.
of his king
He has
consort.
forsaken Lord Moog's soul. He desires,
Desires only his
empty
empty shell.
It beggars belief, but I'm afraid Tender Mikola fails to grasp the humiliation.
I love Onspot.
Tender
man.
Mikola fails to grasp the
One thing is
humiliation
certain.
implied by this act.
My dear lord deserved better. Righteous tarnished. You have my gratitude. You have given me the answers I needed, but I can hardly fathom it.
Yeah, I guess
Folly.
if the base game, like one of the main thematic
I am a
things that was
warrior,
doing
but
was
I've
about
I cannot
like,
afford to act hastily. Curse it
concealed identity or like
I
dual
know my
identity,
limits.
the way that
I could spend
leaders
the rest of my
use
life honing my and still that
personas
creature
in
would
order
be out of
to
my blade's reach.
pursue their goals. This is kind of about like puppetry, like
Yeah,
using other people for your own gain.
Yeah, and my favorite thing about like the way the narrative kind of unfolds regarding Mikola in this game is my favorite thing about it is the fact that the person who deduces it is Ansbach.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is great because in the base game you're kind of like pitted against all of Moog's dudes so much, and you're like, God, like all these like recusants and like all this stuff. I don't like any of these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like Vare is annoying. Everybody hates him. And then like Moog himself, like there was some unfortunate implications about him too in the base game that were obviously like intentional. And so Moog, the entire like Mogwin dynasty, you're supposed to kind of have like a bad opinion going into this game.
Right.
And so for the like reasonable person to be like a knight that serves for Moog, who's basically you finding out like, well, what they're doing actually wasn't really Moog's doing. It was like he was like manipulated into doing it, and also now like even in death they won't give him even an opportunity, which kind of goes back around to the fact that he's like an omen who was prejudiced against his entire life and all this stuff.
Right.
And Ansbach's entire thing is just like he deserves better than that.
Yeah.
Like he deserves better than to just like have his body. Do what?
Are we jumping here?
You can if you want to. If that looks like a cool thing for you to do.
there's a shiny revered spirit ash. Yeah, like of all the factions that one might align themselves with in Elden Ring based game, like I guess in retrospect, the Mogwin Dynasty is maybe one of the more justifiable ones.
Kind of.
I mean, it's kind of not that different from the Volcano Manor people. Like, we want
it's
strength.
like we're forging our own destiny with a different outer god thing. Yeah. And whatever.
But specifically, like a new dynasty for the Omens and the Albinorics, who have been like genocided. There's a little bit more like justification there, right?
Yes. Although it is like doing get rid of this one unjust hierarchy and replace it with another,
exactly.
But still,
always going to be that in the options you're kind of given.
Yes. Okay. So now we go this way, and we're going to do a little platforming. But yeah, I really like that it is like kind of realizing that to make it not make you like sympathize with Moog, more like sympathize with the fact that he would be able to have someone like Ansbach in his retinue to begin with, and Ansbach's like an extremely reasonable, like slow-moving, loyal person who has worked for him for a really long time because he's old. He's like an old man now. It like belies stuff about Moog that you wouldn't have guessed. Right. Like you would think, oh, he's basically like the dark wraiths of this game. Just like well, that's kind of more Volcano Manor, I guess. But like just like, oh, take what we want and do what we want and all that stuff. But it's like not as simple as that, which I think is really interesting.
Also, the Formless Mother is like among the most mysterious elements of the game. So who can say if it's good or bad?
Yeah.
There is zero difference between good and bad things.
That's basically what's going on here. Crewer Lord. Well, you're gonna want to definitely go ahead and run for that door there.
Did we get a grace, or do we have to go back before the platforming section? I have a Stake of America if you have a grace close to that.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Hang on. I can just go to the Mesmer bonfire. Or the one close to it, anyway. Oop, this is not the right one. Dark Chamber entrance, that's where you're headed. But yeah, I just think that is neat. Like, the fact that it is, like, having you recontextualize, like, the elements of, like, the whatever. Where is the Stake of America? Where'd you wind up?
It's, like, in the last little room of the storehouse before you go out to that staircase where we died, or where I died.
Okay. I will put my sign in there. Give me 1 second. Oh, I see it. Yeah. I'll put my sign down there next to you.
I feel like we can beat Mesmer in 20 minutes. Maybe that's
if other bosses have been an indication.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say no, but
I don't remember finding Mesmer to be one of the harder bosses of the game. He's definitely like one of the coolest bosses of the game, but he feels a little bit more fair than some of them.
He's I mean, his second phase is really wild, but it's a lot of like once you kind of get the timing down, he's not hard.
I remember it feeling like the dodge timings feeling a little instinctual. Like, even if it wasn't the most memorable fight in the world once in the second phase, like, I have kind of a feel win on city dodging.
I'm just saying it took, like, what? How many times did you and Ammo, Rellana?
Actually, not
it
very
took us,
many,
like...
because mostly we were sitting waiting for Ammo's technical difficulties to
Oh, that's
subside.
right.
I think I only fought her 3 times last
Yeah.
week. Fancy footwork there.
Alright, here is the last bonfire.
Nice, nice, nice.
Mesmer's just right in there.
Time for a cool cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of in short supply in the DLC.
They really are. There's something about the way they always make the player character walk in these cutscenes that looks so dopey. Like, they're just like, what?
Taking very short strides.
Mongrel intruder.
Mongrel intruder.
That tarnished, it seemeth. Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light?
He's a gangly dude. He is shaved so funny.
Yet,
He's got some long limbs.
my purpose standeth unchanged.
Long fingers.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Mesmer's flame.
Alright. Well, let's give it a go, huh?
It is kind of weird that he's sort of the mascot of the DLC, yet you fight him so early.
Artorias is the same way. You fight Artorias halfway through. I don't know, I guess Ring City didn't really have, like, a mascot for its DLC. Love that. Oh, it's dodged into it.
I guess bosses having like AoEs to accompany their attacks is one of the main things.
Yeah.
Mesmer does that pretty well.
Yeah.
Like in a way that doesn't.
I thought I was out of it. He keeps like turning on me on like a hard to predict way. Yeah, good.
I'm out of flash. This is good practice anyway.
Yeah, she was good Rellana looks funny.
I guess Rellana and
I'm killing Rellana.
Rellana and Mesmer are pretty tight, right?
I think she
Forsaken,
like chased after him and then eventually joined up with him.
Did we get a Grace right outside? I think we did. Yeah.
There's one right outside.
All right. Two
Yeah,
shots.
you really comboed you.
Messmer's flame.
That was much better than the first attempt, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Learning is happening.
Mm.
Can you hear this whining cat?
No.
Okay. Well, rest assured there is one. I agree, Fenril. Very good. Just like always good voice acting in Souls games, but particularly satisfying in the instance. Not falling for it this time. Yeah.
You're that little lightning orb.
I think it's fun.
It is funny.
And I like knowing that I'm doing a little bit of chip damage, even though it's not actually.
It is like nothing. It's
Oh
like,
my
dang,
god.
yo. Yeah, you got impaled.
In the embrace
Impale.
of Messmer's flame.
Yeah, it does 10 damage. It's nothing. It's like, it's not worth the mana even.
It's probably not worth the mana. No. It looks cool.
It does look cool. You got the Super Saiyan 2 thing going on. Lightning. Okay, sun's down. Yeah, whenever I first saw that, I was like, oh yeah, this gives you like a lightning aura, takes a bunch of mana to cast it and stuff like that. I was like, ooh, like this would be really cool if it like actually does damage. And then when I first put it on, I was like, it does nothing. Just no damage. I would like walk up to the little spirit guys that die in one, and it would like take, like if I were to actually sit next to them and let it kill them, it would take like a minute. I was like, there's no way.
Does it stagger them a little bit?
No,
Oh,
it does
man.
nothing.
This is nothing.
It seems like completely pointless to me. I don't know why they even did it.
Patch it, Miyazaki.
Yeah, make it better.
Golden Vow it is. Oh, man.
Say, dude, you're so dead.
In the embrace of
Alright, it's 9:53.
We can
let's
run
give
one
it
more.
another one or two.
Yeah. I feel like I keep seeing like your like stance getting broken, and then you're getting like the counter hit thing.
Yeah, he can
Like-
just kind of keep going.
I think you might be relying too much on the old shield, buddy.
It's possible.
Because the bosses will just break straight through that thing, unless you're basically doing the build that they use for like cheesing Radon with using the, you know what I'm talking about, with,
I'm
like the
not
big
sure.
stone shield. It's like that
The
big stone
fingerprint
shield. Yeah. Because the thing about it is, if you get your stance broken, the next attack that hits you does like double damage. So
I
like,
didn't know that.
yeah. Oh no, you didn't buff.
I didn't buff. There.
I was gonna say, I don't know about that.
Well,
Yeah.
I would have had time.
those stripped of the
Jeez.
grace of gold shadow. In the embrace
It's
of
like Mesmer's
mesmer's
fine. Mesmer's
flame.
easy. You don't have to worry about him.
Okay, since that one was so fast, we can do one.
Yeah, I'll do one more. Just currently operating on the pattern of beating the boss that we should have beaten at the end of last stream at the beginning of next stream.
Oh, I guess that reminds me. You're not gonna stream next? No, not next Monday, because
next Monday isn't it our Secret Santa?
It is. Yeah.
We're gonna be doing a Secret Santa. You're not invited, viewers. Sorry. Yeah, we'll be back on the 30th, maybe. Or maybe not. I might be enjoying my holiday break too much to do that. I'm not sure. I'll let you know. So much for getting Vesper this time.
Dang, man, I'm doing pretty good damage, though. See that?
Nice. You love to see it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching the stream, y'all, as always. We'll be back at some point in the future. Maybe 2 weeks from now, maybe 2025. We'll see. But, sooner or later, this Snake Boy is going to die.
Of some cause.
Of some cause. It will be on stream. It will not be off stream. But
okay.
Anyways, thank you for watching, everybody. Have a good night.